Yo, what is up guys? It's Junaid, and I just pushed to top 200 ladder, ranks 179 right now, and today I'm going to be going over some replays to show y'all how I got there. So let's get started. Alright, so I have this is against Royal Hogs Earthquake cycle, so pretty hard matchup. I'm just cycling troops right now. Fireball that. And he goes in pretty hard here, but I managed to defend pretty easily. And at this point, I'm not sure whether or not he has a Mega Knight or not. I thought he had the Flying Machine version, which doesn't have a big tank. So I decided to go in for an Xbow on the left here. Yeah, there it is. And he plays a Mega Knight. And I just have to defend right here. The opponent does a good job of pressuring, but I still managed to defend with minimal damage taken. Yeah, if I knew he had Mega Knight, I wouldn't have Xbow there. So now that, if you look at his hand right now, the only tanky card he has is Royal Hogs. So if I were to go in for an Xbow, it would be pretty good since I can just fireball them. Yeah, but he does a smart play here. Gets Mega Knight to tank again. And notice where I'm placing my Teslas. This is the position you want to be placing it in if your opponent has Earthquake, because that way they can't hit your tower as well. I'm going for another Xbow. This is good for me because I can fireball those and get some chip damage. Yeah, so I know he has Mega Knight in hand, so I don't want to play Xbow, so I'm just defending. So this was a pretty bad Xbow on my part. I thought the bandit would die sooner, but it didn't because I didn't have anything attacking it. But let's see. Yeah. The good thing is I still managed to bait out a Mega Knight. Tesla to snipe the Musketeer. And yeah. Gonna Xbow again, and I get a connection here because he didn't have enough elixir to place his Mega Knight. This is really important right here. You have to defend the Tesla as much as you can so it gets value. Yeah, so I have his tower to spell cycle range, so I'm just trying to defend here. Yeah, I go offensive here just so he can't get off the push. By doing this, I'm forcing him to go for the tower that has more health, and that just gives me a greater likelihood of winning. And then I just spell cycle him, and that's GG. Alright, so this next replay is against this weird giant skeleton prince deck with arrows. So this is something that you'd probably find in Death Valley. So this is good for the latter players that are around, let's say, 5,000 to 7,000 trophies by the end of the season. Yeah, Xbow opposite lane because he just used a tank. Live Inferno Dragon, can't do much about that, so I have to let it go. And the reason I don't Tesla here is because I was thinking that since he had such a weird deck, he might have like Hog Rider or Balloon or something. That was also a mistake. I should have placed my archers a little higher. So the prince didn't hit my tower. Yeah, so he tries to get my Xbow, but the important thing is that when you lay a defensive Xbow, it's to defend it as much as you can. So I didn't let his Inferno Dragon completely destroy it, so that defensive Xbow is going to help me a lot on defense. So I just ignore that prince because it evens out the tower damage. And then, yeah, my Xbow gets some chip damage off. So now I'm gonna have to do the same thing, set up a defensive Xbow, and try to break through when I have two Xbows on the field. Yeah, here I decided to go opposite lane since he just used Prince and he doesn't have much to tank. And he has to spend a lot of elixir trying to defend that Xbow. And that allows me to Xbow onto the tower I'm going for. He gets a pretty good prediction here. but I still managed to defend my Xbow. Yeah, it's just defense from here on out since I have the damage lead. This I'm getting pretty worried because his Inferno Dragon connected to my tower, but I managed to defend. And yeah, at this point he's just spamming. My skeletons get a lot of value in this matchup since he doesn't have Zapper, Log, or Snowball. And if you notice, he has more damage on my tower right now, but I can just win through Fireball cycling, so that's what I do here. And yeah, that's pretty much GG. Alright, this next matchup is against Giant Graveyard. Really hard matchup for 2.9 Xbow. Since it's very hard to break through and very hard to defend since they can arrow your archers. So I'm just cycling troops right now. And then since he just used his arrows and skeleton dragons, I knew I was up elixir, which is why I decided to go Xbow. And now that I know his giant is out of cycle, I'm gonna try to cycle back to another Xbow. So here I'm trying to get a connection. Okay, this was a mistake right here. I should have fireballed the skeleton dragons because my Xbow would have gotten a lot of damage. And the skeleton dragons do a lot of damage to my Xbow. But I tried to Ice Spirit, but that dies since he does a good arrows. And then by the time I fireball, the skeleton dragons have already taken out my Xbow. So I should have fireballed earlier. And he's up like 5 elixir now. Yeah, so he's setting up for his giant graveyard push. Which he lists Prince for some reason. I don't know why he did that. That was a pretty bad play. Yeah, he could have taken my tower right there. And then he just gives me fireball value, so I take it. Then here he goes in for his giant graveyard push. He misses the arrows on my archers. Yeah, he made a lot of mistakes right there, and now I can go in with an offensive Xbow since he just used giant. That's a fireball. Then I managed to hit some of his skeletons with the log. And yeah, he's out of elixir, and I defend my Xbow. Well, this right here is pretty bad for me, because I don't have archers in cycle and he can giant graveyard. So I take a lot of damage right here. probably should have logged later. But yeah. He almost evens it out, but at this point I can just fireball cycle and win the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then final matchup for the video is going to be against Golem Lightning. I hate this deck, and watch what he does. Yep, Golem first play. And I don't have my Xbow to punish, so I have to Tesla in the middle. He's BMing, but he loses the match, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so I placed the way you wanna defend golems, especially if it's in single elixirs, is by placing a Tesla as soon as a golem, and then cycling cards, and then placing your archers in the corner, like what I did here. And then when you cycle back to another Tesla, you drag the golem farther away from the tower they're going for, and then you have to get off a really good fireball. So watch what I do here. And it's also a good thing to protect the archers as much as you can. So look at this fireball right here. Takes care of the Ice Wizard, Barbarian Barrel, and Baby Dragon. And yeah, clean defense. So now when he golems on the back, I have my Xbow. Yeah, I Xbow opposite lane. He decides to ignore it, which I do not recommend if you're the Golem player. Yeah, so I cycle my archers in the back, skeletons, and notice what I don't do here. The opponent has lightning selected, so if I place my Tesla in the middle, he'll lightning my Tesla, my Xbow, and the tower. And that's really bad for me because I won't be able to defend. So if you notice, I don't play Tesla, and I try to wait as long as possible until he plays his Baby Dragon, and that's when I Tesla, because now I know he doesn't have enough elixir to lightning. And then yeah, you can see I placed that Ice Spirit right there to protect the archers as long as possible. And then I kite the Dark Prince to the other lane. And yeah, another pretty good defense. And at this point I've pretty much won the match, because like different Xbow players defend Golem differently, but like the way Crafter does it, or the best, is that they place Teslas in the middle and they cycle Teslas and double elixir. But for me, what I like to do is play a defensive Xbow. Also this Xbow should have been one tile to the left, because the Golem in that placement bypasses the Xbow. I like to play defensive Xbows, and then when the Golem starts going for the Xbow, I like to play a Tesla right here. And that way, while the Golem is distracted by the Xbow, this Tesla will take out all the support troops. But I don't do that here since the Golem doesn't go for the Xbow, so I just have to defend with what I have. Make sure not to give him lightning value. So yeah, fireball. And yeah, clean defense. Other than that one Xbow misplay, This would have been a perfect defense, and yeah, I win the game here. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at street_Junaid. If you want my friend link, just send your friend link in the comments down below and I'll accept. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, also leave them down in the comments below, and I hope you have a great day.